Hey everyone, Darren here on Wednesday, March 11th, midday my time. Before we start with the video analysis, please take a few seconds and go through the legal disclaimer, as I am compelled to post it with every video for liability reasons. Okay, moving on to the chart at hand. I want to look here at the weekly chart of the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. This comes as a specific request by one of my subscribers, and given that he does do a fair amount of business in Canada and wanted a perspective on the Canadian dollar. Looking here at the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar, again, the tale of the tape is as follows. Going back to October of 2013 and looking, really it's been an upwards trajectory for the dollar. Dollar has been extremely bullish versus the Canadian dollar throughout. As you can see, we've been pretty much the entire time on the right side of the super trend, save for a couple of weeks in June of 2014, but for the majority of the time we've been on the right side of the super trend, i.e. above the midline, which has the gray crosses here. Again, looking at when we emerged from under the midline here, that was really in July, on the week of July. It was the week of July 25, 2014, and we got on green bars. So buyers have been in control throughout. We've had our occasional red bar where sellers emerged, but the red bars were above the midline, so they're inconsequential. Extremely bullish action for the dollar. This, by the way, pattern here, where you see sort of like a cup here and then followed by a potential handle. It's what you call a cup and handle formation. Extremely powerful technical formation. Now, what we're looking again, so buyers have been firmly in control. The composite has been above the pink line, which doesn't appear. Our trend filter, again, is riding the green line. Relative strength on the right above its midline, and our intermediate term momentum with a +1 reading. So the dollar remains extremely bullish versus the Canadian dollar. Now, our marker here, as you can see, we registered a high about 6-7 weeks ago right here on that bar. That was the week ending January 30, 2015. The high there was 127.98. We're currently trading at 126.98, so exactly a figure below that high. Should we close on any week above that high from a few weeks ago, that would open the door for another leg up for the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. And you probably will see some increased buying pressure in the US dollar versus the CAD. So for now, extremely bullish picture for the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Would not look to try and bottom pick the Canadian dollar here by any means. We really don't believe in contrarian trading. The probabilities are just too low. We usually would rather get in late into a move, but have the momentum and the trends on our side rather than try and pick the turn. So again, we would not look at any point to get long the Canadian dollar unless we saw it get on the right side of the super trend, and with the other indicators and the other indicators also change their patterns. So for now, extremely bullish the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. If we break that low from a few weeks ago, I suspect we'll have another spike higher. I will update you on a need-to-know basis and certainly towards the end of the week. Meanwhile, you take care.